Hedera continues to shine as one of the biggest players in this space, and it's not just about what I am telling you, it's because of a lot of these headline articles that are now being released showing us the facts. And in this video, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to address when it comes to Hedera and HBAR. And with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So if you have been a subscriber of the channel or even following me over on X for a while, then you are aware of how bullish I am on Hedera. I have been talking about and doing research regarding HBAR and Hedera for well over now almost 4 years. And every single day, I'm still reminded of just how big Hedera has grown to be. You know, watching something like Hedera grow the way it has and, seeing how fast it has happened as well in that very short amount of time, it's something that gives me so much confidence. It's something that provides me that sort of comfort at night, knowing that I know Hedera will be a top 10, top 5 project. But I also know that Hedera will be a blue chip household name around the tech space, around finance. And who knows? It might just be one of the biggest names in the world in the next 5, 10 plus years. Now, do I think that we have to wait that long? No. But the fact that today HBAR is sitting at almost an $11 billion market cap. Okay, fully diluted, roughly $14 billion. But it's still so overlooked is shocking to me, especially with all of the information that we have in front of us today. So let's talk about it. Number one, the ecosystem. We have here from Dapp Radar, discover the rise of HBAR and the thriving world of decentralized applications on Hedera. Driven by rising token valuations and demand for dapps, HBAR saw a massive 230% increase in December. And if we actually look at this, we have unlocking the potential of Hedera, the surge in ecosystem growth. Now, we could see that the valuation has grown over 230%. We have, without a doubt, demand for Hedera's HBAR token has been strong in recent weeks. Measured over the past 30 days, the actual token HBAR gained 230% in value. Safe to say that has been the biggest price spike or hike since Q1 of 2022. We're now entering a new bull era. Across the industry, we see increased demand for DeFi services, NFT collections, video games, and also social applications. In December so far, Hedera has seen 17.4 million in NFT trading volume. That's the highest trading volume registered since April of 2024, the second highest month of all time. Keep in mind, December is far from over, and this could very well become the month to remember for the Hedera community. Now, we know that December was, but we also have 82% growth in active wallets. Moreover, these wallets were responsible for a staggering 576% increase in dApp volume as well, reaching 491.5 million. And you can see the increased activity here on this 90-day chart. And then also we have the key developments driving success. We could see all of the big announcements. For an example, back in September, Hedera joined the Linux Foundation's decentralized initiative. In October, the team launched the Hedera Asset Tokenization Studio. By the end of October, Hedera announced the integration of Chainlink. And then while in November, we've probably seen the biggest boost for the Hedera ecosystem, which was, there was a few things. Number one was the Hedera ETF, but then also the fact that Hedera will be used around SpaceX, which we talked about. We already addressed this. It's still a big use case with YSAT, but it's not actually with SpaceX. SpaceX rockets will be the ones that are actually carrying Hedera tech to space, which is still a pretty big thing. Now, in terms of the top dApps, we know that SushiSwap has been an absolute massive game changer for the space. We can actually see here that the decentralized exchange has seen its TVL shoot up from 40 million in October to over 140 million in December. Increased demand for tokens on Hedera has seen SushiSwap attracting 132% more active wallets. In the past 30 days, the DeFi platform had more than 13,290 unique active wallets interacting with the platform. Now there has been a lot of other things as well. Gaming on Hedera has been a big deal. But there's been a lot of great announcements around Hedera in just the last couple months as well. But one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to is just, witnessing DeFi on Hedera really kind of just completely overtaking this space. And I do think that that's on its way. And I think that that's actually happening already as we speak. But we also have a big event coming up, and we know that Lehman Baird's going to be there. And this is with blockchain, AI, and quantum computing, exploring the synergy and future opportunities amid infrastructure challenges. Now, what's crazy about this is we already know the connections back to NVIDIA. We know how big AI is becoming. NVIDIA is, pushing AI big. On top of that, quantum computing is a big deal. Hashgraph Tech has been quantum secure for a very long time now. But on top of that, right, this is on January 16th. So we're only a few days out from this. And this is definitely going to be a big event. If you guys actually don't know about this event, there's going to be some very big players there. And this is for like high net worth individuals. We have private investors, family offices and funds, institutional investors as well. And here are the facts. Admissions, 30 million plus average individual net worth, 13% admission rate, 250 investors, 75 plus speakers. And by the way, you can see, some of the companies that are going to be represented here. You have governments, entire governments that will be there, the World Economic Forum, the UNICEF, Bank of England. I mean, these are some very substantial names. You also have, major universities, major corporations. Fidelity is going to be there. Samsung's going to be there. SDX is going to be there. PwC. And this is just going to be a very big event. And you can see the sectors represented. 35% institutional investors are going to be represented, 25% private investors. So we're definitely going to see a big shift here. I feel like this is something that we should be focused on. We could see some of the speakers here. Franklin Templeton is going to be there. Binance, BlackRock's going to be there. Fidelity, obviously, which we mentioned before. CFTC. I mean, guys, this is something that you want to pay attention to. And if you actually look at the all speakers list, you can see everyone that's going to be there. I mean, this is a substantial event, and it's all based around the institutional side of things, how we can forge a path to the future of finance, how, crypto, DLT starts to be involved within the traditional financial system. And that's exactly why I focus on these events. That's why I focus on Hedera being at these events, because Hedera is definitely a big name among the sea of giants, especially around the institutional side of things. But on top of that, let's actually move over to something that does pertain to the institutional side of things. The Stablecoin Studio. So September of 2023, we saw Hedera launch the Stablecoin Studio, and it kind of feels like this is forever ago, or at least it does to me. Maybe I'm, just different, but it feels like the Stablecoin Studio launched years ago. And, since then, we've been seeing a lot of big updates around the Stablecoin Studio itself, adoption. The growth of it has been very interesting to watch. But if you guys do remember that this thing was tailor-made for Web3 platforms, institutional issuers, enterprises, and payment providers alike. This includes everything to make sure that stablecoins are compliant, regulated, all that kind of stuff. Hedera is providing an all-in-one package for this. And even as we go and look at the Stablecoin Studio, like I said, in terms of adoption, it has seen a significant amount of adoption from some big names like Standard Bank, Shinhan Bank, Cathay Bank, Joel Bank, SCB Tech X, for an example, which is kind of connected right back to Standard and Shinhan Bank, and then also Rivia. Now, you might be saying, well, Nick, why are you bringing this back up? Well, it's because of this big announcement here. 4 Philippine banks have collaborated with Just Finance to launch PHPX, a multi-bank collateralized stablecoin on the Hedera Stablecoin Studio. If you needed any more proof that Hedera is going to be a leading name in this space for the next 5-10 years or so, well, here you have it. We now have banks tapping into the tech, utilizing the tech, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We know that there's been, many banks and major trials and things like that of Hedera Tech, but this is a complete launch. And we have the announcement over here, and it's funny that it's coming from Cointelegraph. If you know, you know. Philippine banks collaborate to launch PHPX stablecoin on Hedera. Philippine banks are collaborating to launch the PHPX stablecoin for real-time remittances, leveraging Hedera's DLT network and cross-border payment solutions. Now, that's a big deal because we know that the cross-border payment market is almost $300 trillion, and it's ripe for disruption from DLT. This is very interesting. And we have down here that several banks in the Philippines are working together to create a peso-backed stablecoin, PHPX, aimed at improving cross-border payments and financial inclusion. It's set to launch between May and July. And it's going to be launching on the Hedera Decentralized Ledger Technology Network. Now you can see all the big banks mentioned here as well. And according to a Ledger Insight report, all participants will play a significant role in the governance of the PHPX stablecoin. The banks are aiming to revamp cross-border remittances with the PHPX stablecoin. And if we actually look at it, remittances account for a substantial part of the Philippine economy, with $40 billion sent by overseas workers in 2024 alone. That's very significant. And the fact that the Philippines is the fourth largest by the total amount sent is crazy. It's crazy. This is going to be a very big deal. And I want you guys to understand that even down here, we have the use of Hedera's permission network ensures compliance with the Basel Committee's low-risk crypto asset requirements, and PHPX's interactions will adhere to EU's markets and crypto asset regulation standards or equivalent regional frameworks. So we now know for a fact that the stablecoin studio itself is 100% compliant and regulation ready for the future. And now banks are actually leveraging it and the Hedera network to utilize these stablecoins for cross-border payment solutions, which is a massive market. This is why I continue to say Hedera is so much more bullish than we can even anticipate. The adoption phase of this space by the big banks is now underway. It's officially happening. It's starting. The paradigm shift that we have been waiting for is officially here. And the fact that nobody even cares about this because the price action isn't even spiking. I mean, this is what the chart looks like in the last month. This is the last year. Yeah, HBAR is set to erupt in a big way this year. And I'm very excited about it. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.